Welcome to the Old Testament interpretation class here at Southeastern University. This is your instructor, Dr. Larry Asplund, coming to you again here at the beginning of week 7. I wanted to be able to stop by this evening. You know, we are now 3/4 of the way through with this class, and we're rounding the bend. We see the finish line up ahead. All of you are committed to finishing well. I just so much appreciate your diligence as students, your commitment. You know, you're in this class, you're at Southeastern University because the Lord gave you a vision for learning and for being equipped. And I just pray, even though it's been a very difficult season, that the Lord would refresh that vision and give you a new sense of confidence that His hand is on you for good. So the week 7 theme is study tools. We're going to move into just an opportunity to expose you to some, not only tools, but the idea of research in the Old Testament, give you access to a couple of tools, assignments. Please remember that week 7 does not involve a research paper, so you are not going to be writing a research paper, but you're going to be exploring research tools and providing a report and a presentation for that. So I want to be sure to give you the details for week 7. The learning objectives for week 7, first of all, is number 1, to identify Old Testament study tools available to scholars and Christians today. And then number 2, to employ some basic research tools. Fortunately, we have excellent access to online resources these days. It's good for us. I mean, this is an online class to begin with, but as you know, all of our classes at Southeastern moved online. And so everyone's having to learn what you already know and what you will have an opportunity to experience this week. Week 7 learn, first of all, there is some great resources in the introduction. Our course developer, again, Dr. Musey, has given us a great introduction, important information. Then there's a podcast. The podcast is called Beyond Reading the Bible. It's from McCracken and Kennedy, and a particular episode called Study Tools. So you will be able to listen to that very important resource for the week. And then there's an additional link to the page that, their page that contains the original podcast that includes a list of recommended links. So those are going to be great resources for you. Go ahead and access them. Take a look at some of those resources that they recommend. And I know you will find it very helpful, not only for our class, but, all of your biblical studies going forward when it comes to online Bible study. Week 7, apply. Then there are 2 discussion forums. One is ungraded. The other is graded. I noticed that some of you have already jumped into the ungraded one. The ungraded discussion forum is called Research Topic Selection, where you simply have an opportunity to post a thread that identifies your chosen topic for your research project. Ideally, an option that has not already been chosen. I don't know that, if a couple of you choose the same thing, it's not going to really affect your grade. But that would be the ideal, so that we have a good coverage of the kinds of things we've been looking at together in the Old Testament. And then there's a graded discussion forum called Study Tools that is simply based on a reflection, kind of an exercise after listening to the podcast. So when you listen to the podcast, access, the list of recommended resources, then simply compose 5 quiz questions. If you were going to ask, if you were going to develop a short quiz, a short online quiz or otherwise, for someone when it comes to Old Testament research, what would they be? Just compose them and post them into the discussion forum. And then, of course, you will have an opportunity to interact with each other on the ideas that you recommend. And they just are going to reflect what you think might be relevant when it comes to Old Testament study tools. Then there's also the Old Testament Interpretation Research Project. You can follow that link, of course, in our course site. There is a link that's called Old Testament Interpretation Research Project Instructions, and that's a great place to begin. And then you will discover a link to a document called Research Worksheet. Now, literally, you're going to be filling out this worksheet. So again, you're not writing a paper, you're just filling out this worksheet. But when you do so, you're going to report on your chosen topic, and then you will be asked to access an appropriate Bible dictionary and an appropriate commentary. And once again, there is a link to the Southeastern University Steelman Library where you can access whatever resource that you might find important. And so you will save a copy of your worksheet and you will post it. You will post it by 11:59 p.m. on the Monday, the following Monday. And so that's really what your research project is all about. So it just gives you, again, it gives you a bit of access into the whole idea of researching the Old Testament using available tools. Then there is a presentation, Old Testament interpretation research presentation, that will involve you creating a short video. And in the video, you will address these 4 areas: who it is that you researched, why you chose him, her, or them, the first verse in the Old Testament where that figure appears, and then the 3 key points that you reported from your project report, which you have already submitted. And the assignment will take you to a discussion forum. So you will simply use the discussion forum to post a thread, create a new thread, and post a copy of your video. There are any number of ways that you can do that. And there are some great instructions on those alternative methods on our course site. And as with the other assignment, it will need to be posted by 11:59 p.m. on Monday. If I may say, some of you may have difficulty creating a video because the quality of the video presentation and whether or not the needed items are there will be the basis for your grade. I love the fact that you're posting it in a forum. That way you can see each other's work, appreciate, maybe even provide some feedback and encouragement for each other's work. If you have, due to lack of equipment, maybe lack of, bandwidth, whatever it might be, let me know, because I will, in those cases, accept a PowerPoint presentation. It'll need to be a good one, but I will accept a PowerPoint presentation as well. So just let me know what you run into. If you love studying the Bible, you love accessing those Bible study tools. It's such a great thing that we can do so much today online and be able to look at. In fact, your worksheet will reference the Blue Letter Bible. There are so many great resources for us. And it's just because we love God's Word, because we love digging into the message of God communicated in the Word, is just rewarding in itself. So it's going to be a good week for you to just kind of dip your toes into this area of study tools when it comes to the Old Testament. Another good week. Once again, of course, I'm here, expecting to be able to join together with you, learn with you this coming week. I'm here for you. We're coming toward the end. So if you're running into a major road block, let me know. I'm here to serve you. I'm committed to you. I'm committed to your serving and to your successful and to your success and your accomplishment in this class. So it's going to be another great week. You're going to be in my prayers every week. Let's keep each other in our prayers, knowing that, it's a trying time, but God is with us in a wonderful way. God bless you, everybody. Just have a great week 7.